On the next Seinfeld.
I have lost my fiancé, the poor baby.
Maybe the dingo ate your baby.
Tuesday at 7:30 on Fox 30. Live from WAWS, this is Fox 30 News, first at 10.
Good morning, I'm Paige Kelton.
And I'm Kyle Meenan. It was supposed to be a hero's welcome Saturday night at Jacksonville International, but the thousands of Jaguar fans who jammed the airport were left hanging after the team bus made an end run around them.
Now, all of you Jaguar die-hard fans will have the chance to celebrate in style at Jacksonville Municipal Stadium. Russell Motley spent the day there, and he has more in this report.
This was the mob scene Saturday night at Jacksonville International Airport. An estimated 10,000 cheering fans pushed and shoved their way inside to get an autograph, at best a glimpse of the Jags.
Back up! Let's go! Back up!
Airport police, which was doubled in size to 20 officers, was caught by surprise.
The fans began being alerted by the media during the last quarter of the game that the Jaguars were coming back to JIA and would arrive at a certain time. So for about an hour, they were all primed, keyed, and ready to go, and they began arriving.
With no police escorts in sight, walking through the airport for some of the players was like facing a gridiron wall. At a news conference, Jaguars owner Wayne Weaver and the mayor announced a game plan, something they admit wasn't considered last week. With the new franchise, they say they're learning as they go along.
This is the most convenient and best spot to really be able to welcome the team back up there. Our airport really isn't equipped for the kind of crowd we got up there. I mean, that was just overwhelming.
Airport officials complained of massive traffic jams to and from the airport. They say every parking lot on the grounds was filled. Meanwhile, some fans complained they didn't get a chance to see most of the Jaguars, who dodged the crowds and headed straight for their cars.
I think the other thing that happened, that there was such chaotic conditions at the airport security pushed our people to go down on the tarmac and get on the buses because the crowd control was, it was just too many people.
Now, Friday at noon, there'll be a rally on the stadium's west side to send the players off. And Saturday at 3, the stadium opens for fans who want to see the game. Now, it's all free, and late Saturday night, a welcome back party is planned right here in the parking lot, that is at Municipal Stadium.
Well, the anticipation and excitement of the Jaguars' win and their playoff hopes has everybody excited on the First Coast. Case in point was over at Regency Square today, where playoff T-shirts went on sale this morning. Folks were gathering to wait in line hours before the Pro Gear store opened its doors, and this is what they came for. They came for the new Buffalo Bills T-shirts commemorating Saturday's historic win.
I have followed this team for the 2 years they've been in business, and you just can't beat them. These are things that we're going to save.
Yeah, really a big fan, and I'm here waiting to get my T-shirt. I'm a big supporter. All I can say is go Jaguars.
And the shirts weren't the only hot seller. The Jaguars Booster Club is selling leftover game day programs from the Buffalo game. The going price, $10.
Well, as you've seen, the First Coast is electrified over the Jaguars.
That's true. Our sports director, Drew Spire, like so many of us, still high being here the last 2 games, especially the win over Atlanta. And then, of course, this past weekend.
Can you think of a better time to be in Jacksonville if you are a sports fan?
Absolutely.
Not at all.
Came to town just in time, and this is a great time to be here because this team, yes, is doing well. You know, last season, from what I understand, they called it the season of firsts for this team. Longest winning streak now in the second season of first. It's 6. Brunell's 4,000-plus passing yards, Keenan McCardale's All-Pro selection, a winning record, the playoffs, and now an historic postseason victory. Amazing indeed. Buffalo Bill fans are part of the reason why no playoff opponent had ever won at Rich Stadium, but the few Jacksonville faithful who weathered the weather and made the trip stood their ground, although greatly outnumbered.
We're going to be in the AFC Championship. These people are going to be crying bad, and they don't know it yet. I just ain't yelling too loud because I don't want to get beat up in this place.
And the Jaguar players stood their ground, too. Offensively, running back Natron Means ran for a career-best 175 yards and this 30-yard touchdown. And on the other side of the ball, veteran Clyde Simmons scored one for the defense. A TD the Bill fans didn't want to have to see replayed on the Jumbotron scoreboard above Rich Stadium.
I don't know.
And once again, the special teams were indeed special. For the second week in a row, the winning points came in the form of a field goal that bounced off the goalpost and through. Kicker Mike Hollis's boot in Buffalo gave the Jags a 30-27 historic win.
Whatever it takes to win, you got to take advantage of all those opportunities. You have the field goal attempts, you got to make them all.
So who would have thought, other than the Jacksonville Jaguars, that they could come in here at Rich Stadium and dethrone and beat these Buffalo Bills? I say dethrone them because they've never lost a game right here at Rich Stadium in the playoffs. End of an era and the beginning of something good in Jacksonville.
End of an era? Well, it's the beginning of one maybe for us. This is our first playoff game as well. I know Buffalo was undefeated in playoff games at home, and it's a great crowd, and they're into the ball game now. You got to take your hat off to it, and if it is the end or the beginning, I'd rather choose to talk about the beginning.
I think we made a little history, and it's nice in our second year of the franchise to get this far and to win our first playoff game. It means a lot to us. It's a special time.
So the second season of first continues for the Jaguars. Their first ever playoff victory comes in Buffalo, and they become the first team ever to beat the Bills at Rich Stadium in the playoffs. Yes, perhaps it is the end of an era in New York and the beginning of one in Jacksonville. Of course, Jacksonville plays at Denver, Mile High, Saturday, 4 o'clock. Live coverage right here on Fox 30 begins on Friday night. Going to the game. And by the way, we new guys have to understand something right away. It's not Jaguars. It's not just Jag Warriors. It's Jaguars. But nonetheless, call them whatever you want. I call them one of the 8 teams left in the NFL playoffs. More in sports in just a little while.
All right. Thanks, Drew. Well, do you know where you're going to be on New Year's Eve? 1997 is just a little more than 24 hours away, and most people are already making plans for that countdown. Now, one of the things that's going to be happening downtown, there will be many activities, many things happening downtown. It's calm tonight, tomorrow, everything but from parades to fireworks. The parade will run through downtown, a 1.5-mile Gator Bowl parade, getting everyone in the mood for the New Year's Day game between Carolina and West Virginia. That parade is going to start at 4 in the afternoon. It'll wind down an hour later at the Jacksonville Landing, where this parking lot will become party headquarters. The music, dancing, and food at the Landing will be topped off with a fireworks display. Now, if you join us for our Fox 30 News at 11 tomorrow night, we'll have more. Tonight, we'll have more on what to do for New Year's and what to do for your kids.
Well, tonight is a special night for many African Americans. Dozens of people gathered at the Job Corps building in downtown Jacksonville to celebrate Kwanzaa. It's a cultural and spiritual tradition that started in 1966. Today, it's carried on with dancing, singing, and a special candle lighting ceremony.
We want to let people know that it's not taking place at Christmas, but it's an African cultural celebration that we want to bring our ancestors.
Kwanzaa honors those ancestors for both their triumphs and their sacrifices.
And just ahead on Fox 30 News at 10, will the newly passed pot laws in the western states go up in smoke?
And go behind the scenes to see the changes in store for you right here on Fox 30 News at 10. And I think I said good morning at the top of the show because there's so much fog out there right now.
Admit it, you're nervous.
Just a little.
You're nervous, but you look great.
Oh, well, thanks, Bob.
You got reason to be nervous. You sit next to a guy from Hawaii, you know, and everything changes.
Used to the heat.
But speaking of the fog, it is being another problem. We have a dense fog advisory that's in effect now through the morning hours tomorrow. Just expect the clouds to move in right after the fog starts to burn off. What's ahead in weather? More of that pesky, nasty fog. Chance of rain. It'll come late in the day tomorrow. I'll pinpoint that for you. And the big question out in the west-northwest, is there any rain or snow relief for Seattle? Got the answer to that one, too. It's coming up this half hour.
News in brief. Excitement reigns as J.D. Power and Associates announce Appeal Awards. Pontiac's top 3 categories: Sunfire, most appealing compact; Grand Dam, most appealing midsize; Bonneville, most appealing premium midsize. Dealers celebrate award excitement with incredible values like this.
For a limited time, celebrate with $1,000 cash back or 3.9% APR GMAC financing on the Pontiac Grand Am.
See the Excitement Awards event at these Pontiac dealers now.
Come to S&K's hot winter clearance sale. It's thawing out prices on handsome wool blend suits at 2 for just $199.97. Thousands of clearance sale prices on sport coats from $89.97. And take the chill off with winter sportswear and outerwear at 20 to 50% off too. So come to S&K's winter clearance sale now because these prices won't last forever.
4 area locations: River Place Shopping Center, Southside Square, Regency Park, and St. Augustine. Call 1-800-644-SUIT.
The holidays are here, and we're busier than ever at the Florida Lotto Jackpot Warehouse. Because now you could win the Holiday Lotto Jackpot. It's a guaranteed minimum of $10 million, payable in high-quality U.S. currency. This fine cash makes a thoughtful gift for anyone. It even makes a great gift wrap. And if you buy a $5 or more Florida Lotto ticket, you could win $1,000 instantly. So be sure to check your ticket. Lotto Days only comes around once a year, so don't delay. Play today.
So how are you going to pay for college?
The Tooth Fairy. That lemonade. I'll get the money for my birthday. I don't know.
If you've been asking the same question, we have the answer. The Florida Prepaid College Program. It lets you lock in the cost of college at today's prices.
Santa Claus.
No matter how much tuition goes up, call 1-800-552-GRAD or visit any First Union branch today.
Oh, please don't break my piggy.
And stop wondering.
You're watching Fox 30 News at 10 with Kyle Meenan, Paige Kelton, Bob Allen Weather, and Drew Spire Sports.
Welcome back. The federal government is taking aim at new laws in 2 states legalizing marijuana for medical use.
Voters in Arizona and California recently approved the new pot laws, but under federal law, the sale or use of marijuana for any purpose is still illegal. That, according to Health and Human Services Director Donna Shalala. Now, Shalala claims marijuana is too dangerous to legalize, even for limited medicinal purposes. Today, President Clinton announced a plan that would prosecute doctors in California and Arizona if they prescribe marijuana. Clinton's drug policy chief, Barry McCaffrey, says legalizing marijuana increases the potential for overall drug abuse. Also on Capitol Hill, supporters of Newt Gingrich are confident he can and will overcome admitted ethics violations and win re-election as House Speaker. But at least one House Republican is calling for Gingrich to step aside, and others say they need more information before deciding next week's vote. GOP National Party Chair Haley Barbour calls the Gingrich situation a raw, partisan power play by House Democrats to deny Gingrich the speakership and cripple the Republican majority.
In world news, a bomb exploded on a crowded express train in northern India today. At least 24 people are feared dead. The train was headed for New Delhi and was carrying some 1,200 passengers. The blast ripped apart 3 cars and derailed several others. Rescue workers are now searching in the dark, trying to find survivors. No one has claimed responsibility for the attack.
The fiscal crisis for the city of Miami continues, with civic leaders there trying to find ways to chip away at a debt of $68 million. Commissioners met today trying to work out a plan to resolve the financial woes through union wage concessions and some fee increases. The city had until Friday to submit the plan for approval by a state oversight board. Members of the state board will meet next week to decide whether or not to accept the city's plan. In Clearwater last night, an unexpected turn put a motorist in over their head. It happened at the Edgewater Motel in Clearwater, captured in these pictures by an amateur camera person. Somehow, this Lincoln Continental veered off its path and crashed into the pool. The accident is still under investigation.
Well, coming up next on Fox 30 News, a Jacksonville television station says goodbye to its newsroom. But for another station, this is a night of new beginnings.
And later, Florida and Florida State plan to give each other a hard time down in the Big Easy.
You have a lot to do. Jimmy helps you get it done, especially now during the Jimmy year-end event. Jimmy by GMC. Start enjoying luxurious ride and comfort today in a brand new Jimmy. Now, during the year-end event. For a limited time, you'll also enjoy the luxury of no payments for 90 days with the purchase of every new Jimmy in stock.
See Calkin, Kelly, Carver, Anderson, Wilson, Wolverton, GMC.
Dig the hole, dig the hole, dig the hole. Catch the tail, catch the tail, catch the tail.
Bite the leg, bite the leg, bite the leg.
Take a lesson from the dog. Focus on the simple things and you'll be happy.
Find a fare, find a fare, find a fare.
Southwest Airlines low fares from $29 will give you the freedom to go, see, and do things more often.
Find a phone, find a phone.
Your Credit Incorporated offers holiday cash extra fast when you need it. Loans up to $750.
Sherry, the manager at Your Credit, will tell you.
You need cash for Christmas? No problem.
If you're in the military with at least 6 months left in Jacksonville, you're pre-approved. Or if you have at least 6 months of verifiable income and some established credit, call us. We can help. Call today and ask for Sherry, Your Credit Incorporated, where your loan is as close as a phone call.
Wednesday, D.B. Sweeney, Chicago Hope's Peter Berg, and James Garner star. In Fire in the Sky, Travis Walton disappeared for 5 days. And the story he told was so incredible, so unbelievable, that it's become the most famous case of UFO abduction ever reported. Fire in the Sky, Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox. Parental discretion advised.
It's not only a long way from Tipperary, but it's a long way from the first newscast at WJKS-TV 17. The station had produced a newscast for most of the 30 years it was on the air, but last night marked the final newscast for 17, which will soon lose its ABC affiliation and become a Warner Brothers affiliate in April. The station owners decided to disband the news department after news of the affiliation loss became final in August. WJKS's First Coast news team had also produced Fox 30's new 10 p.m. newscast until tonight.
And tonight we here at WAWS-TV are proud to announce the launch of the brand new Fox 30 News.
Our own Juliet Huddy has been chronicling the days leading up to this moment. Let's take a look.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, music mic cue.
The countdown has begun, Jacksonville. We're now less than a week away from one of this station's most innovative, exciting, and some say daring ventures. Fox 30 News.
It's going to be about live, it's going to be about local news, it's going to be about being competitive in this market.
Just ahead, first at 10.
Jacksonville is having...
Down on the news set, anchors Paige Kelton and Kyle Meenan watch patiently as director Joel Sanders and his crew set and reset camera angles and audio levels.
We've had an unusually short amount of time to get to know each other and to build that team rapport, because we are going to be perceived as a team, but he's a great guy. We both have the same work ethic, we have the same philosophies, and we practice the same kinds of journalism. So, and besides that, he's a great guy.
Hotel 112, Signal 63, Hotel 110.
After a much-needed Christmas holiday off, it's back to work again. Today, it's a printer glitch that has producers in a mild panic.
It's on alarm. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, well, that really helped, didn't it?
Change is an inevitable part of this business, and it's adding to the excitement of it. And you just have to be able to adapt to the things and roll with whatever comes up.
Where's your key? On ME1? FX1?
We've got H&R Block and we've got the IRS.
I put the Jaguar story in the news rundown because it's going to run in news.
See? And then you would access back.
Fox 30 News began as a concept in station manager Josh McGraw's mind roughly 5 years ago. Today, after countless rehearsals, hours of technical setup, 39 new employees, some coming from as far away as Hawaii, today that concept becomes a reality. I'm Juliet Huddy. Welcome, Jacksonville, to Fox 30 News.
Live from WAWS, this is Fox 30 News, first at 10.
Good evening, I'm Paige Kelton.
And I'm Kyle Meenan. Here's the latest at 10. Psych.
Yes. News, sports, weather, and more. It's all at 10 and 11 nightly right here on WAWS Fox 30.
That's right. And just ahead on Fox 30 News at 10.
And Atlanta police go on a wild chase, and it has nothing to do with geese.
And from the swamp to the bayou, Florida heads for another showdown with Florida State. Bruce Spire has details coming up in sports.
Hey, you want a green light to eat like never before? I do. Now Healthy Choice has a new menu of unbelievably delicious dishes, indulgent new meals. There's grilled chicken Sonoma, big stuffed pocket sandwiches. My favorite is grilled glazed pork with a tangy apple barbecue glaze. We're talking recipes like you have never had before. All around 5 grams of fat. 5. There's no stopping me now. The new menu from Healthy Choice. Your green light to eat what you like.
A lot of records were broken in 1996, and now's your chance to help break another during the Jeep and Eagle year-end celebration. Get a zero-down lease on Grand Cherokee Laredo with only the first month's payment due at signing. Or choose up to $1,836 in values on Cherokee Sport. Plus, check out the award-winning all-new Wrangler. So help us set another record in 1996. Hurry in today to the year-end celebration at your Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Lease a Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $339 a month.
Most people hate going to the doctor. Me, it's my favorite place in the whole world. I'm a medical assistant, and every day on the job is a brand new chance to help others. I might be assisting with a complicated procedure, or just lifting someone's spirits with a smile. Either way, it's a challenge that comes with its own rewards. Because when you spend your day helping others feel better, you go home feeling better about yourself. Call Jones College at 904-743-1122.
And now for sports with Drew Spire.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for watching tonight. You know, you can call them lucky, but folks around Jacksonville would prefer to call those Jaguars good. But one has to wonder, though, if this team is a team of destiny or luck or fate. Let's face it, these two wins the last couple of weeks were nothing short of spectacular. A week ago Sunday, kicker Mike Hollis's field goal bounced off the upright and through, giving the Jaguars a 19-10 lead on Atlanta in the fourth quarter. Luck or fate? And we all know by now that this missed field goal by future Hall of Famer Morton Anderson with 8 seconds to go that would have given the Falcons a victory shocked everybody when he missed, including Jag fans. Luck or fate? And on Saturday in Buffalo, Hollis once again provides the game-winning points. And once again, his field goal bounces off the upright and through for a 3-point victory. Luck or fate?
It could be fate. It could be somebody watching down, you know, and making sure the ball goes through the upright. It's kind of weird that I do that 2 weeks in a row, and I've told other reporters that normally with my luck they bounce out, and last 2 weeks they both bounced in. So I've got some kind of luck rolling, yeah.
Well, they said it would be a cold day, and you know where before someone would actually beat the Buffalo Bills right here at Rich Stadium in the playoffs. Well, that day has come, and you can call Jacksonville perhaps a team of destiny.
Well, last week they were. A lot of people were saying we were lucky, and we weren't lucky today. We fought hard today. We earned this one today, no doubt about it. And we've earned them. We've earned all of them. And you know, last week was not a fluke. Last week, you know, with Morton missing, and yeah, sometimes you miss field goals, and we earned that victory just like we earned the one today.
Is this a team of destiny?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we're getting little breaks here and there, but that's the way the NFL is. If you can get those breaks, you know, there's a little bit of luck involved, and so far we've had it. And you know, I think that there's obviously a different team here in the second half of the season, and I don't think it's you know, any type of a fluke that we're here.
We're glad to be here, but we're not here to lose. You know, we're going to go out and we're going to try to win some games.
Most people will say they'd rather be lucky than good. It seems these Jaguars are both lucky and good, and that's why in their second season they're still alive and now well known in the AFC playoffs. Of course, the Jags hope their luck or fate or both continues Saturday at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Yes, we're going to be there live beginning on Friday night with reports for you. We're just 3 days away, so let's not forget this, from that big showdown in New Orleans between Florida and Florida State. Not too many teams get an opportunity to avenge a loss in the same season and still have a shot at a national championship. Here's a preview tonight from Bill Pikus.
Florida State attempts to beat Florida for the second time in a year in this year's Sugar Bowl. The Gators are looking to finish the year on a positive note.
Mark Dunn, as you can tell, he's the focus to their offense, and as he goes, so does their offense. And I think if we can stop them, then we can totally shut them down.
Anytime you play FSU, it's the same type of game. It's a big game situation, and you go out there and you give it your all.
The Seminoles know if they win this game, the national championship will be theirs. That means focusing on the game at hand.
We're all a bunch of group of guys. We respect each other, and we go out and play the game. It's just a game and stuff, and you know, it's not really a smack. Somebody talking this, somebody talking that. We try to get the job done. Let that do the talking for us.
As for the late hits, Coach Spurrier said he just wants a fair game. If Florida State hits after the whistle, expect the Gators to do the same thing.
Make the game fair. We hit through the whistle, let's all hit through the whistle. Hit after the whistle, we'll all hit after the whistle. We just keep on playing.
I thought they had complete control of that game. I never felt like that game was getting out of control.
because any players were running over anybody else's players.
Heisman Trophy winner Danny Warfel isn't concerned about the extra attention he might receive.
I was always taught growing up that you just play the game, and then it's the coach's position to voice his opinion about those type of things. So again, I concentrate on what's downfield and just try to stay out of all that.
In Gainesville, Bill Pikus, Fox 30 Sports.
And that's the first Sportscast.
Okay. Right. Thanks, Drew.
You betcha.
Well, Bob Allen is standing by to give us the latest on all this fog tonight.
That's true, and these little piggies didn't stay home. Find out why. The police thought that they were real swine.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by your Jacksonville area Burger King restaurants, where the big cats eat.
We're the kind of place you can come home to the flame broiled taste. We're the kind of place you can just drive in to put a Whopper grin on your face. You can come on over to the home of the Whopper. Come on in, the Whopper has the taste. Come on over to the home of the Whopper. You can come on over. Come on over. Come home to Burger King.
Shopping for your kids costs a lot, don't you think? Moms and dads, let's talk value here. We're talking Chevy Lumina with 3.9% APR financing during the Make Your Money Count year-end event. And when you're shopping Lumina, you're shopping for your family. It's loaded with standard safety features, and that's one less thing you have to worry about. Chevy dealers are making great offers on other cars and trucks, too. Swing over to your Chevy store.
Make your money count at Nimnick, Conrad Hawkins, George Morse, Gordon Crest, or Jerry Ham.
Carol, have you seen Crystal?
Hey, Frankie.
This is Q for Kids, where your little ones can have a ball while you work out. And it's all included in your membership.
Call today and you could work out at Q the Sports Club for just $19 a month. Don't miss our best offer ever. Call today.
All right, Crystal, this is Q for Kids.
Duh, Frank. Miss Crystal, who's that? Oh, that is Mr. No Fun.
I'm fun.
Are not.
Am too.
Are not.
Am too.
Are not.
And now for weather with Bob Allen.
Hello again, everyone. I'll make this part quick. It's awfully great to be here in Jacksonville, and thanks to you for being here with us tonight and staying with us for what we hope to be a long, long time. And thanks for the hospitality to all the folks of Jacksonville who have made it awfully nice and very welcome for all of the new kids here at Fox 30. Right now, our temperature is 60, and along the beach, a couple of degrees cooler. In the surf, pretty nice. Relative humidity, you know what this looks like, 100%. Dew point is 60 degrees. These three numbers mean fog. We have a dense fog advisory in effect for the overnight hours, and that'll continue into about 9:30 or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Temperatures around the region pretty much even, upper 50s into the middle 60s. Cloud coverage we've had off and on throughout the day today, which means we've seen a little bit of sun, mostly cloud, and a lot of fog, especially the beach fog out along Jacksonville and St. Augustine beaches. Precipitation, it has been away from us for the most part, but it'll be moving in. Seattle, they're going to get a break tomorrow, but for one more day and one more night, it has been nasty. Lots more rain, more flooding, more landslides and mudslides, and snow in the higher elevations. Otherwise, throughout the Great Lakes, there's snow, there's rain, and for the Mountaineer fans who moved into town today, you'll get a break even with our fog. Here is our radar picture. Precipitation widely scattered throughout the southeastern U.S. and Gulf Coast states. We don't have any yet, but by tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, a system in the Gulf Coast will be moving to the northeast. Most of it will stay well to the north of us. That's the way I see it, but we still will have about a 20% chance during the late afternoon and about a 30% chance overnight and about a 40% chance of rain scattered in our area for New Year's Day. Remember, dense fog advisory. Visibility is reduced to about 1/16 of a mile or less. It's kind of like living on another planet without having to go through the nasty problems of travel arrangements. But please drive slowly. Scattered clouds throughout the night where it isn't foggy, but just count on the fog and the overnight low of 56 degrees. For the day tomorrow, you will have the dense fog continuing to the mid and late morning hours, more so toward the coast. It'll burn off a little quickly inland, but then it'll be a mostly cloudy day, and I see the rainfall, a chance of it, a slight chance, coming in late afternoon and in earnest tomorrow night. 76 will be the daytime high tomorrow. Not a bad temperature, and it's above normal. Here's the 5-day. New Year's Day should be the day where we go to 72 for the daytime high, but it looks like a cloudy and a wet day. Otherwise, we'll warm up into the 70s for the rest of the week and into the weekend, and partly cloudy skies for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Ran into a junior league member of Jacksonville. They've got a cookbook now. For 1995, I'm going to let you see this. and then I'll cook you a meal, okay? And it's for $19.95, and don't forget, it's a nonprofit organization exclusively for educational charitable purposes. Contact Jacksonville Junior League and grab yourself one of these.
River Runs Backward.
Yeah, and again, go Jags, and thanks to all of you for making it so nice and hospitable for all of us new people here.
Maybe
we do appreciate that.
Maybe some bacon recipes in there, too.
I'll
Speaking of bacon.
That's right. You've heard of a wild goose chase? Well, this weekend, Atlanta police were sent on a wild pig chase.
The 5 critters pigged out on several lawns in the city's Vinnings district before the chase began. It took officials an hour and a half to catch the kingpin, while his accomplices, well, they're still at large.
And you can find them in the grocery section of your favorites.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Thanks for making Fox 30 News part of your evening.
We're all going to be back here at 11. Hope to see you then. Good night.
On the next Seinfeld.
I have lost my fiancé, the poor baby.
Maybe the dingo ate your baby.
Tuesday at 7:30 on Fox 30.